14 amazing psychological facts about men you need to know. Men! They can be confusing. Some believe they're simple to understand, while others think they're difficult to understand. Are you interested in male psychology and the way guys think? Do you want to know what drives a man? Here's a list of 14 psychological truths about males to assist you comprehend what's going on in their heads. Number 1. Men can feel more alone than women. Nobody enjoys the sensation of being alone. Loneliness affects everyone without a doubt, because it has a negative impact on our mental health, regardless of our health or brain state. However, research reveals that men are more sensitive to loneliness. Dr. Luann Brizendine, a clinical psychologist, provided this information. Men, she claims, reach out less than women. Their absence of connection deepens the sensation of loneliness. Loneliness has a negative impact on men's social circuits. Several studies have found that living with women is especially good for guys. Men in stable and pleasant relationships are healthier and have lower levels of anxiety-inducing chemicals. This also suggests that they can live longer lives when they live with women. Number 2. Men are more sensitive to bodily pain and suffering than women. This is real, believe it or not. Men frequently experience physical discomfort more intensely than women. This is due to their increased sensitivity to physical pain. Men need to be able to fight off other men, and they aren't terrified of it as women are. As a result, men experience greater sorrow and sadness when they witness a loved one in agony or suffering than women. When working with men, you should never overlook this natural propensity. Number 3. Men prefer women with similar bone structures to their mothers. It has to do with sexual imprinting, a process in which young animals learn the qualities of an attractive partner. If your bone structure resembles that of his mother, it suggests a guy will be more interested in you. Number 4. Men protect what is theirs. If you want to learn how to get a partner, you must first have a better understanding of males. One of the first crucial things to know about men is that they defend their territory. Protecting their territory has always been a part of our work, evolutionary speaking. Although there are a few researches on humans, most male animals have a bigger protect my territory region in the brain than their female counterparts. Women too may be possessive, right? Men, on the other hand, are on a far deeper level than women are. When their relationships or belongings are challenged, they're more inclined to become aggressive. It's just in their blood. Don't assume that males are simply possessive. That's not the way to win a man's heart. That would be preferable if you realize it is a part of them. They cherish what they're guarding when they're possessive. They'll go to great lengths to ensure that their ties and territory aren't threatened. Don't take things so seriously. Most of us can't help ourselves. But of course, never put up with a man who is excessively possessive. You must recognize when something is overdone. Number 5. If a man is deeply in love with you, he will crave your touch. A man in love with you can't help but crave physical connection. Being with you, especially if your relationship is still young, will throw his sex drive into overdrive, which is especially startling if he's usually the kind who doesn't give a damn about sex. He isn't interested in having sex with you just to have sex with you. It's with you, therefore he wants it. He'll still desire more of the same feeling if you recently made love. This is why he craves physical contact, whether it's through sweet kisses, embraces, or massages. Number 6. Men are more likely to encounter life's dark side. You might be puzzled now since the black life doesn't exactly seem impressive, does it? If that's the case, don't worry. What I mean is that men are more prone than women to experience unpleasant emotions mentally. This is because they prefer taking chances and frequently find themselves in dangerous circumstances. What's more? Guess what? This applies to all aspects of their life, not just employment. This is due to men's dislike of being used by others. They will go to any length to prevent being used by someone else. Number 7. Men in love appears to be on drugs. When a guy is madly in love, his brain produces hormones that are similar to recreational narcotics that are abused and prohibited. Don't be shocked if a man in love walks on clouds, is obsessive and hooked. It's possible he is. Number 8. Men fall in love instantly. According to one research, men fall in love in 8 seconds, but women tend to take up to 15 days. That is said to be because men are continually looking for a spouse and don't have to suffer as many repercussions. But women are more cautious since they face greater dangers if they settle for the wrong person. Therefore, first impressions are crucial, especially when it comes to men and love. Number 9. Men are more prone to prioritize themselves. How many times has your partner placed himself first? How many times has your guy been self-centered? Acknowledge it. Everyone has been there. Men are unfortunately more prone than women to prioritize themselves. This is due to the fact that men are frequently motivated by their own personal interests and objectives. Men desire to be liked by everyone, and thus they frequently prioritize their own demands over the needs of others. They typically have little regard for your feelings or thoughts because they want to be the most important person in a circumstance. They despise being given directions or being told what to do. This is why they enjoy being in charge and taking the initiative. This is one of the most significant differences between men and women. Men desire to assist themselves, whilst women want to help others. This is one of the reasons why some psychologists believe women are more charitable than males. They simply wish to assist people as much as possible. Men, on the other hand, prioritize themselves, which can make them selfish at times. After all, you don't want a man who neglects himself or his family, do you? Number 10. When in love, he becomes a much better man. It's true what they say about being in love, changing a person. Love alters the person's brain chemistry, making it simpler to overcome an addiction, whether to smoke, liquor, or have sex. This is why many alcoholics are not caught until later in their relationship, since it's so simple for them to quit and put their best foot forward in the beginning. When their brain chemistry returns to normal, it becomes extremely difficult. But hey, that's when we realize the actual power of true love. Number 11. Most men are more interested in how you look. Men are visual beings. According to studies, while a guy in love will simply consider more about her appearance, her personality and compatibility are important factors. Attraction begins with the body. There are no ifs and buts. If a guy loves you, there's no need to be self-conscious about your appearance, since you've already taken care of that. He already adores you from head to toe. Number 12. Love blinds a man. Everybody has flaws, but a guy in love is far more apt to overlook or ignore them. He may even tell you that he admires your imperfections. Perhaps you've always despised your freckles, yet they're part of what makes you so attractive to him. Or maybe you've always had a bad temper, but he just sees you as stubborn. Number 13. Men feel less attracted to women who cry often. One of the many fascinating psychological facts about men is that they are not drawn to women who weep frequently. Human tears have something in them that reduces testosterone levels in males biologically. As a result, don't count on your tears to persuade him to agree with you. Experiment with different methods. Number 14. Being in love worries him out. It's natural for men in love to be anxious. The explanation for this is that falling in love causes the stress hormone cortisol to flood the brain. In terms of the body, there's no distinction between being in love and being anxious. As a result, reassuring and comforting a man in love is one of the most important things you can do for him. Well, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you've learned anything new, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.